Trump's tariff policies have started to backfire, and they're shaking the U.S. auto industry to its core. General Motors made a bold move, slashing its 30% international inventory before getting any damage and flipping the script on Trump's trade war. Stock markets are reacting, factory floors are freezing, and behind the scenes, CEOs are scrambling to survive. But how exactly did GM outplay Trump's tariffs, and why is Trump suddenly on the defensive? Is this the moment America's manufacturing gamble turns into a massive political embarrassment? In this video, we're breaking down the chaos, the strategy, and the fallout. So stay with us and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more updates. Let's get into it. While Trump was signing off on tariffs, General Motors was already 2 steps ahead. CFO Paul Jacobson made it clear, this isn't their first crisis rodeo. From pandemic-era semiconductor shortages to supply chain chaos, they learned how to pivot fast. The moment Trump started hinting at tariffs last November, General Motors quietly got to work. They slashed international inventory by 30%, sped up logistics, and rebalanced production before most competitors even blinked. Their secret weapon? Flexibility. CEO Mary Barra hinted at strategies to offset up to 50% of tariff costs. That includes shifting vehicle production between plants in the US, Mexico, and Canada, and making smart logistical plays to dodge cost spikes. General Motors produced over 500,000 vehicles in Mexico and another 112,000 in Canada just in 2024, most destined for the US. Instead of panicking, they're moving the puzzle pieces, reworking supply routes and staying focused. This isn't damage control, it's a power move. As Ford and Stellantis scramble, General Motors is already rolling. So, what sparked all this? Trump's latest economic gamble? A 25% tariff on all imported vehicles and most auto parts. This executive order, signed March 26th, went live on April 3rd, and it sent the auto industry into a tailspin. The official line? National security. The real-world effect? Chaos. The tariffs hit every car built outside the US, even those from close allies like Canada and Mexico. Despite the USMCA deal, which Trump himself negotiated, these tariffs throw a wrench into the agreement's free trade intentions. Vehicles meeting USMCA rules can deduct US-made content value, but that loophole isn't nearly enough to cushion the blow. The Detroit Three alone face added costs of $42 billion. That's $4,911 per vehicle for imported parts, and $8,641 for fully imported cars. GM stock plummeted 7.4% in a day, while Ford dropped 3.9%. This isn't just a US issue either. Automakers worldwide are staggering. From Japan to Germany to South Korea, car makers are cutting exports and reassessing US operations. Trump says this is about protecting American jobs. But with costs rising, production halting, and layoffs already happening, even his base is wondering if this America First move just backfired big time. Let's dig into Trump's real plan. Trump's endgame is simple: force companies to make cars in America or pay a huge penalty. Case in point, Trump's threat to slap John Deere with a 200% tariff if it moves production to Mexico. That single comment tanked Deere's stock. And it's not just talk. Deere has already laid off hundreds in the Midwest. Now he's going full throttle with a permanent auto tariff, claiming it'll raise $100 billion and bring back jobs. But here's the rub. It's already cutting 700,000 from auto sales forecasts according to S&P Global. Manufacturers can't just snap their fingers and build factories in the US. It takes years and billions in capital. The auto sector is highly globalized. You can't just reshuffle it overnight. Ford's CEO called the tariffs devastating. GM's leadership is preparing for the worst. Economists say it'll drive up car prices by $5,000 to $15,000. So far, this Made in America plan is looking more like Made in Crisis. Now, here's where the damage hits. This isn't just a political spat. It's a body blow to one of America's biggest industries. Automakers were already juggling high steel and aluminum costs. Now, this new 25% tariff is another boulder on their backs. The Center for Automotive Research says it could cost the industry $108 billion in 2025 alone. Stellantis shut down plants in Mexico and Canada, laying off 900 U.S. workers connected to them. General Motors is facing huge disruptions across its North American operations. Even global giants like Jaguar, Volkswagen, and Mitsubishi have paused U.S. shipments. It's not just manufacturing, the whole chain is cracking. Parts suppliers like Aptiv, Gentex, and Lear saw their stocks tumble. Vehicle prices are climbing fast. In February, the average new car cost over $48,000. Add another $6,000 from tariffs and you've priced out an entire demographic. And it's not just cars, insurance, repairs, and financing are rising, squeezing consumers from every angle. The resale market is about to get flooded, and shared vehicle services are looking more appealing than ever. Bottom line, these tariffs are hitting everyone: workers, companies, and buyers. What are the top CEOs saying? Behind closed doors, the big players aren't staying silent. GM CEO Mary Barra and Ford Executive Chair Bill Ford tried to talk Trump out of this policy days before it went live. Now they're speaking carefully, but clearly. Ford CEO Jim Farley didn't mince words. He called the tariffs likely to be significant across our industry and warned of ripple effects for dealers, suppliers, and customers. He said Ford's 80% US-built fleet doesn't mean they're safe. Imported parts are still critical. General Motors' internal memo was just as blunt. Supply chains, production footprints, all are under pressure. But they emphasized they've been prepping for months and are staying nimble. Their swift inventory shifts and reallocation of vehicles to US plants are part of that pivot. Tesla's Elon Musk, meanwhile, shrugged off the situation. Privately, this is not what they signed up for, so who's coming out on top? Trump's tariffs are in full swing, and the fallout's just beginning. Automakers are scrambling, the market's reeling, and consumers are staring down price hikes. But here's the twist. General Motors may come out stronger. They've already shown the ability to absorb shocks. Not just survive, but adapt. Rebalancing production, shifting parts sourcing, optimizing logistics. This is GM playing chess while others are stuck playing checkers. Meanwhile, Trump's hoping short-term pain delivers long-term factories. GM didn't just adapt, it countered. While Trump pushed his America First plan, automakers took body shots, prices spiked, and workers paid the price. But GM? They played the long game, and now they're leading through the storm. Is this the beginning of a new manufacturing order in America? And how long can GM hold to mitigate the impact of the tariffs? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe and press the bell icon for more latest updates.